Hello, it's Diane again, and it's day 20 of 30 Days, 30 Authors. This is my traveling face. This is what I generally look like when I'm traveling, which is to say tired, but having a good time. I like to travel. At least the travel part is cool. We're down here for a funeral, so that's not so cool, but the traveling's cool. A family friend, right? So those of you who've been very kind with your offerings of condolences, thank you. But it's cool, you know, it's, we're okay with it. You know, one of the families taking it much harder than the rest of us because he was much closer, so. Okay, so I figured while I'm here and while we're waiting for stuff to happen, the challenge today was to tell the story, or at least part of the story, as my character. So this is going to be fun. I am about to do the worst American-ish accent. Remember that this is a future world, and it's post-apocalyptic, so if it doesn't sound right, that can be explained by changes in dialect over time. So, that's my good excuse. Isn't that a great one? Right? But I actually do use this voice when I am role-playing the character, which I do when we are doing our role-playing game, and this is what inspired the story. It's not limited by what we've done in the role-playing game. It's more of a the role-playing game is a starting point for the writing of the story. So, alright, so he needs a hat. Okay, there we go. Well, howdy, my name is Graeme Walsh, and I'm an apprentice gunslinger, and what that means is that, well, I guess you high fantasy types might have heard of something called a paladin, call on holy powers and whatnot to fight the powers of darkness, and gunslingers, we do that, only we do it with guns, because, you know, more modern technology. Our guns are generally left over from before the Cataclysm, and the reason why they have power is because they have, they take on the properties of the gunslingers who wielded them, who carried them before. Anyhow, I've been training to be a gunslinger my whole life, and found myself in a situation where there was, I had to face off against a desperado, and I didn't feel I was quite ready for it, but I was the only one there, so that's what happened. And I guess I'm still trying to figure all that out. So, now I got to go through the process of being initiated proper into the order. Yeah, you might wonder why I have this. I guess this is closer to a place called the United States, where, in the town that you're from, but I'm from a place that used to be known as Saskatchewan, I guess. It's in my home's in the Qu'Appelle Valley. And I picked it up from my father, I guess. I understand that a lot of his ancestors were refugees from down south when the Cataclysm happened, and they all found themselves up in the Canadian prairies at the time, so at least that's what our history books say. They're all handwritten, so we gotta kind of figure it out. It ain't the technology that we used to have before the Cataclysm. We've rediscovered some things since. We got steam power now, and we got the printing press and all that sort of thing. We even got limited telegraph service in some places, but, you know, that magical metal that y'all make, we have no idea how to do that. Anyhow, I hope you'll be willing to follow my adventures, and I understand that the third book just came out today, so, you know, check it out. That's my lousy Graeme Walsh accent. So, I hope it's not too campy. Anyway, that was just the challenge, so I figured I might as well try to do the character voice while I was doing that, and that's it for today. And I got stuff to do, so I will see you tomorrow. Oh yes, if you're watching right now, we are doing a takeover event on my Facebook page. That's Diane Morrison / Sable Aradia. And the event is called Fantasy Authors Takeover to celebrate Wyrd West release, and that's WYRD, Wyrd West. So, alright, see you tomorrow. Bye.